That seems real roundabout there, bud. Feel like your god's gonna have something to say, but you're gonna be like, Mm. Fiction money. I feel like Owl could like bat her eyes at a couple of people to find money. I don't think she'd actually do it. Yeah. Man, wouldn't that be the idea? Just to troll him. He has us like deliver messages for people that are like positive and like maybe get him like good favor with the people, but then we're like, he tends to poop his pants and no one talks about it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I'm gonna post it now.
Somewhere Neville is sneezing and he doesn't know why.
I'm telling you, everyone, like whoever gets dressed up as Neville needs to do this thing. It's hilarious. Tree already knows what it is. You know, you don't have. We could still be friends.
Sing it. Do it.
It's so good.
What, TikTok?
It's perfection. I don't know what you're talking about, Tree.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know what you're talking about, do I?
It's so good. It's about chupacabras. It's great.
It's cursed. Bet you anything it's cursed. It's cursed footage.
No, I got mine. Actually, I probably should use it.
I am currently. Oh, yeah. Let's not be passing out from lack of air or something. That would be bad.
But I don't. Yeah, I already had my during Black Friday. I don't need any. I swear, if Black Friday gives me bronchitis, I'm gonna riot. Against all.
Good. Black Friday is evil.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Especially because I couldn't find my inhaler during that entire time, which was stupid. That was dumb.
Is that Black Friday pneumonia? Is that like con crud? Like if you go to a convention and you're around a lot of people, you end up with something.
Bath and Body
Works.
Oh my god, I had to do a 2-minute rant about a stupid $40 box. Every single customer for 8.5 hours. Non-stop. No, because you get well, kind of, but like you get planning period.
No, we do get planning periods, unless you're where I am, in which they take up all of your planning periods with meetings because they're entirely changing the system and not telling you how they're doing it. You have to figure out how to do it while they tell you a general sense of what they're looking for. No. Oh my god, I'm losing it. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, I already lost
We're gonna pretend. I thought I had it back. I'm gonna be honest. I thought I had it back, and it's gone again. So gone. Pyrotechnics.
Huh?
Oh, okay. I'm trying to decide what's gonna be important here. There's so many cool spells.
I did a
Something Thanksgiving themed, yes.
where we had to fight giant evil turkeys.
I want to murk all the turkeys.
Yeah, so we murdered all the turkeys and then sold them to the village.
I'm telling you, it's the only way we can revolt against the higher classes. So we must be giant turkeys. All the turkey manure.
Let's see. Anything else?
What?
So are we going to start, or I mean,
So
don't
if
give me.
everybody's ready, we're ready to start.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
When we last left our heroes, they were getting their asses kicked.
Mhm.
No, we weren't.
Okay, someone give me the rundown from last time because I'm a little.
Oh, I wasn't.
Where you ended
Yeah,
up.
I was.
Well, let's see. So Owl lost her mind, and then we
Rightly
fought
so.
some vampires, and then I turned Owl into a snail, and then Owl had a very intense conversation with the rest of us. And then we went back to the crypt, and I burnt up some skeletons of animals.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you'd finished looting the crypt at this. So.
And also, like, we had a thing with the prince and the princess.
Oh yeah,
and we
you had
learned
made it, and the final thing for the princess.
And we were gonna go change the stone from a wolf stone to a tiger stone for Lady Emma as like a kind of like ease back into things.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so you're when we return back to our heroes, we zoom in on your group in a black Johnny Cab heading north. Everybody drop 5 gold for Johnny Cab Rider.
Where to?
To St. Regis Mages College. Your head, Lady Emma is like, well, I haven't asked for any thing really to be made for me so far, so I might as well ask.
Yes.
Everybody else has cool stuff. Yes, you all have an extra 100 gold looting of vampire stuff.
And then we also had an extra 250 from the coin purse of holding.
Yes, that's correct. So you have a coin purse of holding that can hold roughly about 2k worth of gold.
Oh, lovely. Nice.
And then you also have the cane of the vampire lords, which is technically cursed, but it's also a very powerful item.
We decided that we can use it in emergencies up to 12 times without turning into a vampire.
I thought it was 5.
I'm sure the Necromancer's College will be all ears, basically. Like,
Yeah,
you have
Lady
a
Emma
necromantic
gave
cane?
it.
Excellent. It's like,
Oh my god, they start sniffing it.
Bidding war. Bidding war.
Yeah, it seems like a pain to keep track of.
Everybody's going like, Lady Emma, you seem really long, and your canine seemed a lot longer than it is. Emma, big eyes you have. Okay, all right.
Listen,
anyway.
Lady Emma has her own problems. She does not need to be a vampire. She already is cursed and immortal. She has her own issues. Well, I mean, she can
you arrive on the St. Regis campus. The various mages colleges look like various ridiculous array of different architectures all glommed together in one campus. You have the Adams family house proudly sitting off of one end of the concourse, and the Evokers Guild looking like a giant craggy mountain range, basically on the other. You figure you can basically unload the Cane of the Vampire Lords onto the Necromancer's Guild quite easily if you go sell it there. But right now, Lady Emma's looking for the Enchanter's Guild as you head over to what looks to be a rather large, imposing Victorian mansion. Most of its windows blown out, weird puffs of like orange and purple gas flowing out several of the windows as if some terrible alchemical accident. The front door is slightly off its hinges, and there's this traumatized, shell-shocked looking mageling who's basically sitting in front with like soot covering half of her, and half of her hair burnt off. It's like she looks at you with basically with a 1,000-yard stare, like it'll all be better soon. It'll all be better. It's like the master did not get just blown into bits. Basically, the master is fine.
Would you like some healing?
Oh, that would be great.
I
like,
British.
As she turns around, you notice she has no back to her robe, and they're just like 3rd-degree burns all across her back.
Hello, patient. Name here. My name is Healer. Would you like some healing now?
Yes, please.
Understood. Calculating. Now,
my name's Laura. What's yours?
my name is Healer. Let's see, I'm looking for, okay. I'm looking for cure wounds. Or should I just give her some healing word? Now,
First level.
Probably cure wounds is better overall. So just go ahead and cast.
I'm sorry, go ahead and cast what? You got cut
Cure
off.
wounds.
Okay. I'm trying to locate that spell. I thought I had it.
First level.
It's first level, so crossover.
I don't seem to have it in my list. Okay.
Well, anyways, just check off the first level spell slot. That's fine. Okay, so you heal her up for about 10, 11 points of hit points, and a lot of the black and reddish looking blisters on her back basically like heal up and fall off, revealing smooth skin as she turns back around, and it's like, that feels so much better. She sits back down on her naked tushy basically on the porch. It's like, how can I help you? Because you helped me.
Well, I shall defer to the rest of my party, but I have an extra cloak if you would like some clothing.
I like the cool fog on my bare backside. Because man, was it hot in the lab.
Understood. She looks at the rest of the party and says, would one of you like to ask a question?
Oh, yeah.
It's up to you, basically, at this point. This is
Well, I have this amulet, but I was hoping that we could transform it from a wolf into a giant tiger.
Oh yeah, sure, that can be done. Head up to the 3rd floor, straight up the main stairwell until you reach the. Well, there's only one door. The giant set of double iron doors at the top of the stairwell. The master enchanter is there, and they'll be able to help you out.
Thank you for the information.
Oh no, that was on 2nd floor. Like, I'd stay away from all the labs on the 1st and 2nd. Bad things happen.
Thank you, patient name here, for the information. I am glad you are feeling better now.
He pulls out. You notice he pulls out like half a dozen healing potions out from like these voluminous pockets in the front of her robe and starts downing them one after the other.
Did we just fix her?
So that was for nothing except for goodwill.
No, she's still very badly damaged. I'm just saying she's like healing herself the rest of the way up.
Oh, okay.
So it's like her hair grows back in, the ashen part of her face picks up normal color again. All right, so you head inside. The door is slightly ajar as you creak it open. Try to set it on its side because the hinges are not attached to the frame. As if the door had blown out by some explosive force at some point in the past. The floor is a little sooty and dark from multiple chemical explosions or accidents. In fact, this whole place basically looks like one wild magic, basically, or wild surge gone wrong all over the place. As everything is all painted in all sorts of crazy rainbow colors. Different materials seemed warped together. As you see, wood and steel, and is that flesh or hide in the wall there? It has warts. And you head up the stairs, which make alternating squeaking and squishing sounds, which is disturbing. And eventually you head up all the way to the third floor, and there's a heavy set of steel doors with like black iron studs, basically every 10 or so inches, about 10 feet tall and 8 feet wide. It's slightly ajar, like maybe about 6 ajar at this. As you give it you call in, it's like, yeah, come on in. You give the door a good heave, and it doesn't move. Oh yeah, the door's stuck. You might have to put your back into it or mold it back. I'm a little busy at the moment. Otherwise, I would levitate that out of the way for you.
Step aside, guys. I got this.
Right, athletics check.
Wait, this is Mack.
Mack's also strong. Either one's fine.
Hey, like what about Matt?
That's a
Guidance?
That's a dirty 20.
Okay, so Tothorn gives it a good heave. There's this horrible screeching noise that scrapes across the steel door scrapes across the floor. It's like the loudest nails on chalkboard you've ever heard before. Inside, you can see this wizened old man with his hair, white hair sticking up in every direction. Lion's mane, the tips of which seem to be on fire at the moment. Though his hair doesn't seem to be burning down and doesn't seem to be bothering him, but there's a sort of like a constant streamer of smoke rolling out from the back of his head. His eyes are all one eye is bigger than the other, and one of the eyes is basically jet black. The other one seems to have like a kaleidoscopic rainbow of energy, basically, where his pupils. It's like his robes are just this like sort of sooty smock that looks like he's wiped his hands on like multiple times. It's like, come on in. So looking around, there's a bewildering array of like projects in process. Hilts of swords, alchemical gear in the back, basically bubbling away and mixing one multicolored liquid into another and causing poofs of like multicolored smoke every so often. Strange orbs and crystals, basically that glow with arcane. Yes. What can the Enchanter's Guild do for you lot?
Hello. Patient name here. Are you also in need of healing?
Oh, so like he pats out the fire in his hair. No, I'm good.
Understood.
Owl's gonna fill with some look at and examine his other projects.
All right, I'm sorry, you guys. I was busy. What's happening?
Okay, so you're in the High Enchanter's lab at the college, St. Regis College. So he seems to be this crazy kook with hair with it that's slightly on fire, wearing a dirty smock and looking at you with one big eye and one small eye at the moment.
What happened to your face?
Okay. Well, hello, my good sir. Well, you see, I found this amulet while this vampire disguised as a wolf was trying to kill me, and it has a wolf on it, but I'm really more of a cat person. Do you think you could turn it into a giant tiger?
Well, let me take a look at this dude out here. It's like he sort of gives you the perfunctory, basically. You hold your hand, basically, for him to shake, and basically does the perfunctory, like grab you by the fingertips and wag your hand up and down, leaving this sort of like black sooty marks all over your all over your hand. He takes the cameo, looks at one side, pulls out a jeweler's loop, looks at one side, looks at the other. Simple transformation. Well, actually, not so simple, but just like it looks like it allows you to transform into quite a powerful battle beast. Sure, I can change it over about a month. You have 2,000 pounds.
Do we have 2,000 pounds?
All right, well, 1,000 then.
Works for us. Yeah, we picked up we raided all of the teams and got like a bunch of like jewelry and stuff that we can sell off. Yeah, right? Would he take any of the jewelry?
Yeah, it takes a look at some. A lot of it's paste and costume jewelry. It'd be worth something on the street, but not worth anything to me. I couldn't get any of this. It's not high enough quality.
How about the vampire cane? Would he take that?
Oh, now this is a piece.
Will you take that in trade?
It's also horribly cursed, but it's like, but
you know,
its powers are quite amazing. As he looks at it for like a mirror, like it normally takes you guys like a minute or two to basically identify. He just looks at it and goes, "Yeah, I know what this does. I also know that it's cursed." Well, I'll offer you 8K for it.
Oh. I mean,
are we gonna take it? I feel like we should take that.
I support that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get 6K back in once the
beautiful.
Yes.
Fun.
All right. So he writes you a check. He finds a checkbook somewhere. You're like, how he organizes the place, I cannot tell. It's just like he opens a drawer, pulls out a checkbook, writes you all a check out for 8,000 pounds, rips it off. It has, I don't need to sign it. My fingerprint's good. And it's like, as you can see, his whole handprint on the back of. All right, that'll be good at any money lender or gold bank town.
Okay.
I think we do have a branch here on St. Regis. I haven't been though. He's sort of rubbing his dirty mitts across his jaw, leaving sort of black smears across his. Yeah, I think it's in the Conjurer's Hall. They can teleport the money around, so if you need to convert that directly in cash, that's the place to go. Otherwise, you just have a big check. It's kind of hard to spend. Yes.
Oh yeah, the huge. Perfect.
So if you actually want to turn it into currency or coinage, go take it to a bank. All right, so. All right, our business here is done. I'll have this ready for you. Opens up another drawer and pulls out a calendar. It's like, He basically starts licking his fingers. You notice his tongue is black from licking all the soot off his fingers, as he sort of leaves white streaks on his fingers whenever he licks and like flips a a page over in his calendar, and he's going, all right, I can have this ready for you in 3 weeks. Is that soon enough? I can put a rush on it. I can put an expediting charge on there and get it ready for you in about a week. You want for 1,000. All right. Well, then it's 3K total. So you have 5K among your team.
Okay, so we got 8K for the cane. The job was...
The job's going to be 3K if you want to pay the expediting.
Okay, so we're actually getting 7K instead of 8K.
So you're getting 5K back after change.
Okay. All right. So that's still more than we have now.
Yes.
Yeah, because nobody's used that cane yet.
Yeah, we only need somebody.
I'm wondering if it would affect me. Because I'm not flesh.
Well, warforged are not immune to vampirism, so probably yes. You can be undead
Wait,
warforged.
I thought they were immune to disease. Isn't vampirism a disease?
Nope.
What is it?
I'm saying it's they are their own race essentially, so it's like, let's just put it that way. Basically, if you are turned into a vampire, it's either a magical curse, it probably is more along the line.
How the hell will a robot vampire even work?
Drinks oil.
Oil!
Or just like pulls something from like robots. Or it's just like a euphemism for being an extreme capitalist robot, you know? Aha. Sorry.
Excuse you all. I would drink battery acid, not oil. I am not low class. What do you think I am? Tin trash?
Battery acid, though.
Oh my god.
I love how personal that was.
But only trauma films would greenlight it.
You're telling me you wouldn't go to Sundance? You're telling me you wouldn't go to Sundance?
Oh. Die Hard.
There we go.
Why can't I be the next?
Let's see here. I need Owl. Roll me a d20.
Oh Lord.
Okay. Right?
And also, Krishana, roll me a d20 because I'm thinking, wow, there's all sorts of magical doodads, magical drugs here all over the place.
Magical drugs. I rolled a 17.
Oh, you unconsciously sidle up to a table and like hop up on it and sit on it, and then when you leave, essentially you've pocketed something. You don't happen to, which turns out to be this like black amulet made of some sort of black glass with a what was it? Is it like a stylized dragon?
Ooh, yeah, she's fiddling with it. She's just like it's her like self-soothing toy because it's so smooth. So she just keeps rubbing it.
Probably like jet or but some sort of shiny place.
Obsidian.
It could be obsidian.
Ooh.
Why are there no dungeons? We found the dragons.
All right, and then Krishana, I need a roll from you as well.
I got a 14.
14. You basically like dip your fingers into a beaker and sniff deeply, and
oh God, no!
And maybe maybe about 20 minutes later, you're going, wow, this is this stuff is great. I'm feeling no pain. Actually, you take half damage from all physical attacks essentially for the next 24 hours.
Wow.
Hey, look at me!
Oh, now I want to find something. Healer's going to roll. I noticed, Jack. Hey, a potato!
All right. Healer finds a particularly interesting tuber that when she breaks it open, it is like full of rainbow colors. So it's like a rainbow potato.
Rainbow potato. Okay, I'll take it. Excuse me, sir. May I have this potato?
Yeah, take it. It's like I was supposed to be doing something with the local druids, but like didn't turn out so hot. Like this makes you all sorts of weird colors.
Oh, thank you. And she's just going to store it, maybe plant the eyes later or something?
I don't know why, but the way you said it made me think of that audio of like fame, power, banana.
Makes me think of Gladys. Oh, hi. How are you holding up? Because I'm a potato.
All right. You exit the High Enchanter's lab, head of the college, head back down the stairs, go out the. Laura seems to have herself back together, and she prepared the back of her robe, and is sort of dusting off some of the weird residues off the front porch using a broom. Of course, it's High Enchanter. Why wouldn't it be Tim? Oh, great wizard, what is your name? My name. My name. All right. Okay, so you're out of there at this point. So anything else you want to research, buy spells,
I'm gonna be cursed.
get potions, other random stuff in the way.
There's no such thing as too many healing potions.
That is very true. I'm gonna get cursed, healer. It's gonna happen.
No, I don't want to
Everything
be
is
cursed.
cursed.
No curse. No. No curse.
Many of us are cursed. I think there's at least 3 of us who are cursed right now.
I am telling you, as the most cursed bitch in this party, I'm determined now, healer.
Okay, first of all, I have been cursed way longer.
Okay, longer, but how many you got? Because apparently I might have 3 now.
What?
I have
No.
So if we can find some herbs, for sale, I could probably brew us some potions.
Okay. So
Which is a good reason not to
curse me. If you just want to
me.
buy components to make potions, you can certainly buy them here at the Enchanter's Guild, though your healer is deeply questioning the quality of anything she's going to get from the Enchanter's Guild at this point. Or there appears to be a large glass greenhouse at one corner of the quad. It looks like they probably have healing herbs over there.
Right, I will investigate the quad.
Yeah.
You head over to the greenhouse. There's various mages dressed in green robes. They all have long hair and they're wearing flip flops.
One of them is named the Dude.
Yes. What? Hello there. How
Hello.
can I help you?
Dude!
My designation is H3413R, but you may call me Healer. I am very interested in healing herbs. May I buy some from you?
Sure. Yeah. Now, are you looking for anything else? This one will pick you up. This one will bring you down. These.
I am looking
you mix
for
2 of these green herbs together, you get a blue herb.
I am looking for components for healing potions.
What are you
these can all be used in healing potions, but like I'm just saying, it's like, if you want any other medicinal effects, I'm your man. I can help you out with.
I understand. One leaf will make you larger, and one leaf will make you small. And the leaves that Mother gives you do nothing at all.
You're a devotee. Can I interest you in a blunt?
I will take one for later. Thank you.
He hands you a fat doobie.
She puts it in her little storage thing because she's pretty sure one of her, or maybe all of her party members could probably use it.
It's part of like the mental health package.
Yes. 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 Yeah. Healer has psychological training as well as medicinal. So
effectively making your own potion.
Right.
So just like buy however many healing potions you want to make at 25 gold a piece. You actually do have to actually spend time making them, however, and it's usually like 4 or 5 I gotta just say like 1d4 plus 1 potions per day is how many you can manufacture.
Oh.
Sure, what do you guys want me to brew?
Oh, this is just like normal healing potions, but you had hoped your team wouldn't have found this place because he's like one of your main dealers in town. It's like, hey, Miss Krishana, it's like we haven't seen you in forever. It's like, can I get you the regular?
So I can only make 2 potions a day.
You can make 1d4 plus 1, so up to 5.
So 2.
Wait, you rolled a 1. Okay, you made 2.
I rolled a 1.
It's like the rest of the potions didn't turn out so hot. You're going, oh, I don't know. It's like I'm not familiar with these herbs. It's like
I'm pretty sure this one's just gravy. This one will turn you into a goldfish. I'm just going to throw that one out.
Drinks, particularly green-looking one, is like, that hits a spot. As it's all medicinal and no healing.
I just
okay, Krishana. Okay, so anyways, you're the dude here knows Krishana well. Well, I got a care package for you. The usual, like 300 gold. As he hands you a bundle, all sorts.
I don't have that much on me. I can do
let's put it this way. So you have the like 800 essentially you just picked up from selling this. So
I have a lot of treasure. I just haven't converted it. I got like 1900 that I need to convert.
Okay, well, write him a check effectively and just say that, hey, don't check the cash this till the end of the week or something.
Oh dear.
You guys are more than welcome to write checks as well, like, or IOU. So it's like,
thank you, the dude, for your assistance. I shall return later for more.
How much does Healer actually buy, out of curiosity?
Well, let's see. That's a very good question. You said
25 gold per potion that you want to manufacture, components per potion, and you can buy as much as you like. There's no upper limit. There's a greenhouse here.
Right. So I'm just calculating. My share would be okay. She's going to spend $125 for the potions. Well, she made 2 out of 4 attempted, and she's just going to save that extra 25 worth of herbs for another attempt later.
Okay. Okay, Krishana, do you actually buy your care bundle from your drug dealer?
She has to, yeah.
Okay, you buy it. It's like there's there's some purple meanie mushrooms here, and this alchemical acid supposedly will give you an astoundingly good trip, and these pills will bring you up, these pills will bring you down. So All right, so you have some ridiculous amount of doses of drugs, which you can use at any time, basically to probably stave off pain, make yourself faster, make yourself slower, all that type of good stuff. Okay, so anything else on the mages campus while you're here? Lady Emma, did you need to buy new spells? Well, I don't know. I assuming this coming out of party fund, unless people are telling me otherwise. Yes, they do. There is an orchestra, and they do have magical instruments. They have some spare ones to be sold. You head over to the music hall. There's all sorts of ridiculous instruments that are sort of powered by the power of magic. You're not quite sure if the keytar is for you, but perhaps an amplified lute.
Krishana's a proficient lyre, viol, and drum, so she's looking for something.
There's the full portable drum set. It folds down neatly into your backpack. Otherwise, you can pull out a full, basically, rock band set, basically, if you want.
That's fun. I'm still thinking about whether or not I need a scroll.
So this is where you technically get your spells from, Emma, to fill your spellbook, whereas you buy them normally as a wizard.
Yeah.
They, what is it? They have this wacky newfangled instrument. They are calling them Lodophone, which looks like a keyboard that you blow into. At some of the higher notes, it sounds squeaky and irritating. Okay, as far as picking up magical instruments, just roll me a d20 to see if they actually think of actual magic items or if they just have odd magical. All right, the drum kit basically can be. The drum kit basically has effectively the use of the same use as a horn of blasting once per day. So, i.e., you can blow down walls with it.
Don't go stealing my job!
So the cost of the drums is 500.
Okay.
So that will wipe out the rest of your money, Krishana, I guess, from your most recent selling of. Then you'd have to go dip into your other own funds.
Okay, yep, Krishana will pick it up.
All right, so it takes about a round to set up, but other than that, basically, it is a full like rock drum set, essentially with snares, bass, cymbals, top hat, all that.
Imagine just Krishana ominously putting a drum set together on the field. I love that.
12. All right. So they have the melodophone for you, and they're going. It's squeaky and sounds like a toy, and they're going. I don't know this. It's like she's They look around. All right, fine. We have this. Like I have to say, it's basically not a particularly useful orchestra instrument because it shoots flames out the sides when you play it. But perhaps it'll be of use to you. $250. It's the bagpipes of fire. Essentially, it shoots flames.
Can imagine that.
Oh my god.
That's
That would be
fun. I love that.
awesome.
Beautiful.
Holy crap. Dun, dun,
Yes.
God.
back in shot. Whoosh. Oh my gosh.
Okay,
Please
this
go
requires
for
a performance
that.
check of 15 or better to cast burning. Other than that, it operates as a normal bagpipes. Nope.
Oh my god. Please stay away from any and all orphanages while operating these bagpipes.
Oh my god, please, no fire for a little bit, please. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's
please.
Don't we live next to an orphanage?
Yes, you do.
I trust Dirk. The only person I trust with fire-breathing bagpipes is Dirk. The only person.
That's true.
Yeah,
Don't give Lady Emma those
No.
bagpipes.
Absolutely
Please
not.
keep in mind I'm made of wood. Please.
That's true.
Okay, so the bagpipes
People
do
trust
require
Lady Emma.
attunement, by the way, so
Can we find Lady Emma a magical sword?
alright, so are you looking for like a mage's sword or so a light i.e. a light blade, or are you actually looking for a sword?
You know, like a light blade.
Alright. Alright, because like there's plenty of mages that use like slim blades, focus such. You head over there's a small smithy here, and you head over there. There's a particularly cantankerous looking dwarf with a pointed hat, and the robes and stars, and he's sort of wearing a big like silvery white leather apron over his robes as he's hammering away on a particular thin looking wand. It's like, what you looking for, miss?
Well, I'm looking for a magical sword.
All right. He grabs a wand out of like a barrel of like 8 or 9 of them. It's like pulls it out. It's pretty much a spike of steel. Essentially, he taps He taps the hilt on the table, and the spike extends out to the point where it's almost like 2.5 feet, 3 feet long. It's like, will this do you? A focused wand, basically, and a pointy implement at the same time. Or if you're looking something more special than that, I actually do have some swords in the back here. He rummages around in the back and pulls out a nice selection of 2 what appear to be elvish rapiers and a particularly slim longsword. So with a really, really thin blade. Right. This one's silver. The 2 elvish ones are made of mithril. All well suited, basically, for mage work. Again, they can be used as foci. If you so leave your component pouch at home, and these 2, any of these 3 items. Really, most people like the extending spike, where you can keep it in a small container, and it's not obvious you're carrying a sword with it. So, what'll it be, miss?
True. All right, I'll go with the extending.
The extending spike. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so I got some options for you here. Some of them will. These 2 puts out 2 of the wands that are silvered. These 2 will enhance your spell casting, add a little bit of damage. These are better melee implements, are really meant to be enchanted with cantrip magic like Green Flame Blade or Thunderous Strike, allowing to basically hit harder in combat. What are you interested
The one that deals the more damage, the first one.
The one that adds to your spellcasting ability. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Each of these would be 500 apiece, and that a little minor bit of damage, like So effectively, it adds your proficiency bonus damage to attack spell. So
Okay. Cool.
other than being able to turn into it effectively.
Yeah.
What? I might, but I don't. Well, if I make it, I don't think it'll be available tonight. Like, it'll take time to process.
Okay. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
no.
I
Take your
can do
time.
that. Just remind me.
We believe you.
Okay, so that also likewise requires attunement. So
Okay. And what's the damage on that?
So when it's extended out into a sword.
Uh,
Did we lose him?
we lost someone.
I can't hear Lawrence anymore.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, so it does a D8 of damage, and it adds your proficiency bonus to damage of your spells.
Okay, cool.
It definitely is a magical weapon.
Your magical weapon. Got him.
Okay. If that's it for everybody, are we ready? Are we done with Regis College at this point?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
What stuff? Why are we here?
Krishana's trying to take Mack around and get us hooked up.
Owl's still fiddling with that with pretty shiny rock.
Shiny click like math dice.
Huh?
Shiny click like math dice.
Yeah.
Zumlar, are you trying to talk? Because I can't hear you.
No.
Oh, okay. Your thing is flashing green.
It's just echo effect.
It's probably because the my headset is picking up my fan. But my fan's not loud enough.
My God.
I don't know. I disagree.
I heard headset is in my fan.
It's picking up the fan.
Are you sure? Are you sure about that, Tree? Does that make more sense?
No, actually, I did say my headset is in my pants. Yeah. I'm kidding. It's not. It's the fan.
No, I feel like we're good.
All right, so let's see. Before we leave this place, I need here.
Oh boy.
Who's
Boy.
actually,
Oh
who
boy.
actually watches over? Let's see. I have Zumlar and Emma, Dirk. I'll make a perception check.
Oh no. Oh no.
Hey, my
I
first
hate
nat
this.
20 of the night.
Wait, we're all doing what now? Oh,
Dirk,
I
you
have
don't
to-
notice this. Zumlar,
Ow.
you do, and how did Lady Emma do on her perception check?
hold on.
Yeah,
I
total
only
of
got
25.
half of that, so I'm doing it now. 9.
All right, so it's just Zumlar. Okay, you notice Owl is like bleeding from her left hand, where she has like a death grip on something in her left hand. And blood is
Damn it.
like leaking out from her hand onto the ground, and Owl seems to be completely oblivious.
So I'm going to see this. I'm going to immediately jump into because I see blood, like without even like saying anything first.
Owl's going to
Are you
really
going
just
to
lay on
talk
hands.
to her first, or are you just going to act on Owl? Owl has already warned you about basically just doing stuff to her.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Hey.
Don't mess
So
with that.
Zumlar will see.
Also, I hate to interject, but wouldn't my fucking smelling pick up the blood before any sight would?
Put it this way: that I'm just not. You're just not. This is one of those areas where are you one of those people that keeps a close eye over Al?
I keep a close eye over everything for the most part. That's why I'm so distracted. I'm looking at everything else.
Okay, fair enough. Give me a perception check.
Yeah, Zumlar will just say, will yell out, Owl, you're bleeding, and he'll immediately use lay on hands.
24.
Okay, so Mac, you notice the same thing. Like, Owl has a death grip on something in her left fist, and it's like her hands are like what? It's white. Her hands are all white knuckled around something around in her left.
Instead of saying anything or rushing at her, Mac will like on all fours like walk up to her left side and like lick the blood on her hand because he likes blood, but B because he's also like slightly concerned. Like why are you bleeding? What happened?
Owl just like flinches, like a little bit surprised at like the sudden like wet feeling on her hand, not from the blood, but the tongue just like licking her hand. That's like, Mac, what are you doing, dude?
Why are you bleeding?
Am I? Does Owl know she's bleeding? Does she know she's bleeding?
I'm sorry. Blood.
You look down in surprise in your left hand. Yes, you are bleeding. You are like you have a white knuckle grip on something hard and sharp in your left hand.
Oh well, that's not good.
Lady Emma's gonna look at her and be like, "Yeah, like what? What do you have?"
Owl just
Owl basically unclenches her left hand, looks at her hand, like starts dabbing away the blood basically with a rag she pulls out of her pack. Like there's no wounds on her hand. Like you're not quite sure where the blood comes from, but there is this like red dragon tattoo like embedded in the center of your hand with a black edging around.
Did you take blood
Oh
from a
God!
stone? How did you do that?
Would you like some healing?
And she looks to Healer, one of the few people that have
I was just shaking her shoulders, going, "I feel okay. I don't have the cuts in my hand. Hand feels okay." That's new, though.
Hear me out.
She's pointing at the red dragon tattoo with the black field around it.
Oh, hey, it looks like Dad. It looks like Dad.
And the Healer do.
Owl is going, "Hey, this looks exactly like that piece of rock I was holding earlier."
Are you bleeding or was blood? Are you bleeding or was the blood coming from somewhere else?
Point on the baby doll where the blood came from.
No!
I don't know. This is up to Owl. Owl, do you actually mention basically the item you took, or no?
Absolutely not. No.
Okay.
She's gonna just like, especially because it's God. Like when everyone was first asking Owl, "Did you take something?" She like tucked her left hand behind her back like she was a kid in trouble. But yeah, no. No.
Hey.
Yes, you can perform a medicine check. So 10 or 9 or better is actually pretty easy to see what's.
Breathe, Faith, breathe.
I'm trying. I did my inhaler an hour ago. You guys are just too funny, damn it. Stop it. There is no good air.
Okay, so it looks like Owl has a fairly fresh 2 on palm of her lip. As if it got applied today, that sort of deal.
Whoa,
She got them fresh tatties. Oh, wait, that's not a bad.
Krishana is suggesting that you go back to the Enchanter's Guild. It's like, Owl is less than keen on this. Is like, I did kype this from his lab. I don't know if he's going to be all happy about it.
Look, I didn't mean to take it. My hand just fiddled with it. It's what it does. She just looks very... Yeah, I guess. I appreciate you asking if I want to do that. Sure. Let's go check it out. She just looks really sad.
It's like the description of the device is basically it reveals the truth of things. And every time you've used it to reveal the truth of things, it shows you truths that you don't want to know. Oh, there's a portal to hell here, and I get to look straight into it? Fantastic. That's what happened last time you used it.
I'm kind of obsessed with the fact that there are marbles of tripping and falling, and that they have been in my inventory, and I completely forgot they existed.
You flick one out in front of a passing student, and they trip and fall on it. It works!
Amazing.
Zumlar's going to ask if he could try one.
Unerringly rolls underneath their ankle, and is like, ah!
Zumlar's going to ask Lady Emma if he could try one. Or is it...
Lady Emma is just fascinated by this concept.
And then I'll just Lady Emma and Zumlar are just going to start tossing marbles at people.
Yeah.
So,
they're very distracted right now from whatever's going on.
Mage students take various pratfalls into bushes, into fountains, on hard stone pavement. It's like, oh, that looked like it hurt.
Lady Emma has completely distracted herself and Zumlar away from whatever's going on with Owl.
As you watch this particularly petite girl land really hard, and you hear this crack. Okay, I think we need to stop now. We need to stop.
Probably. Let's see if I have mass healing word. Yes, would you like me to cast mass healing word on multiple patients?
Well, there's about half a dozen people basically that have all taken a spell. Most of them, it seems harmless. It's just only the one girl that broke her arm.
Zumlar's trying to get Owl to participate. He's like, here,
all right, I'm just going to cast healing word on the little girl.
Wait, what happened?
You realize the
Lady Emma's gonna look at her and be like, thank you, I'm sorry.
Okay, so I've cast.
I like the gnomish woman goes like, I like a good prank and all, but hey, you need to do that in the grass or something. Someone's gonna crack their skull if you keep on doing this out on the paved part of the concourse.
That's fine.
Yeah, cobblestones are hard as hell to fall on.
That's true. If you've ever actually been in London,
she takes. You notice the gnome picks up the marble and takes it with her. Damn it! Sure. Roll Arcana.
I did 5 points of healing on the little girl. That's enough.
So the gnomish woman, who you thought was a little girl, is a gnomish, but just because they look kind of juvenile to begin with. It's like as soon as she talks like an adult, you're going, "Oh, you're a gnome. You're a gnome." All right. She's rubbing her arm. She takes one of the marbles with her and leaves with.
Jesus.
You get the name of the item, basically, which is Shadow Dragon Soul.
Ooh.
Goody, another
that thing that Deathwing made?
Can I use my legend lore spell?
Okay, so long as you're willing to look deeply into Owl's eyes for an hour, yes, that's right.
Oh my gosh, she would hate that. No.
Yeah, she's not a fan of that.
It takes a long time to cast. It's just it's one of those you ponder something for a long time, then know everything about it.
Owl would give such a hard stink eye the entire time if they had
turn me into a snail, bitch.
Yeah, no, You'd be muttering,
What's
it's like,
that?
yeah. Wait, you're gonna try a snail thing again? Huh? Just like muttering to her the entire time. Because the only way you're gonna get Owl to do that is like tying her down, and that's not gonna go well.
Yeah, that is not gonna go well.
No.
Well, it says it takes 10 minutes to cast. It is not an hour.
DM's rules.
No, it is
Oh.
10 minutes. It is 10 minutes, and I'm just noting, however, you also want to spend 250 gold. It takes 200.
That's true. That's
Does the
true.
legend lore consume the 250, or is it just a
It consumes
component?
the 250, and there's 100 gold pieces worth of stuff you get to.
Yikes, that sounds
So you
like
need 350 total to cast it.
Yeah, it's an
250 goes up in smoke.
expensive spell. I didn't realize that. Alright, so we have the name of the thing. Should we go ask someone about the thing?
To be fair, this is a misappropriated thing. Saying we have this might be like, hey, I have this piece of paper. It says Declaration of Independence. What is this thing?
Hey, we should go back to the other.
I don't know, Zumlar, do we?
About what? Sorry?
Yeah, but
I mean,
how
we can-
concerned are you about that?
Well, you got to remember,
Oh.
essentially, because you guys are from the South Ward and most of you are not aligned with the Christian Church, their St. Mary's dealings with you is purely transactional. It's not like they're your allies. In fact, they sort of keep you at arm's length on purpose. They simply don't want to be associated with Southeast.
We are tolerated.
You're
How is
tolerated
that-
so long as you pay. So, the Magus College is a good place, but they had to get special stuff identified because they'll have sage available. So.
Man, look how well that turned out.
Such a good boy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think that's like nothing if not a good sign. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're talking about Willis. Okay, let's see here. Okay, is there anything else people want to do on the campus before you head on to the next thing? Which is... What is... Okay, your irregular crew, so this is several days later, by the way. So your Rat Street irregulars eventually come back with Neville Nesmith supposedly holding a sort of early holiday party, beginning of season holiday party at the mansion. It, strangely enough, is open to the public for about an hour or two, where he hands out gifts to the commoners, as it were.
Like Boxing Day.
This might be a good opportunity to check out Nesmith's house.
Maybe I should get a Dispel Magic spell from
That
there.
is like, you should.
It doesn't hurt to have, you may want to have Counterspell if you don't already have Counterspell.
Counterspell, not to metagame here, but Counterspell and Dispel Magic are like two bread and butter spells that every spellcaster should take if they get the opportunity. It is so powerful.
Dispel Magic, and what was the other one?
150 gold each, essentially, so for third level spells.
Okay.
So they're both third level. All right. Here. Okay, so your regular crew of urchins eventually delivers back to 2 days. That first weekend in December, the Nesmith's house will be holding a sort of early Yule season party soiree. Maybe behoove you to go and arrange invites to this thing and or crash as servants.
Crash a cervix?
Servants. So
Servant.
try to disguise
Cervix.
yourself and head in.
Oh my god. Hmm.
Should Krishana see if she can get the enchanter guy that she met a while back to invite her there?
Sure. You talk to one of the. You find this clerk. Thomas is like, well, I wasn't personally invited, but I'm sure the college couple invites available. If you're interested in going with me, yeah, sure, I could probably arrange it.
Yeah, sure. And she'll be flirting with the guy and totally wants to. She's picking up a nice guy.
Well, yeah, see, he's sort of like college prep, basically.
I'm sorry. I'm not gonna lie. So we're at a party. Sorry.
No, yeah. So Neville Nesmith, i.e., your target of your investigation, is going to hold a holiday party first week of December. About an hour or two, essentially, he's going to have an open house open to the public, where sort of gifts are going to be handed out to the needy, and there's going to be some sort of press event, and then in the evening there is a full dress soiree with the feast and punch and like niceties and fans and all that type of Victorian.
Oh god, charisma. Okay, cool. Cause chaos. If you
There's a new spell that's 6th level called Tasha's Otherworldly Guise that would allow me to turn into something else, too.
Yep.
What'd you call me?
Aha!
There will be movers and shakers during the evening, and then there's going to be there sometime a little after lunch. There's going to be going to be a publicity event where the Nesmiths will be handing out gifts to the needy.
Guys.
So, and there's going to be an open house, at least in some parts of the map. So.
Would I draw too much attention? Should I stay home? I can't exactly disguise myself. I don't have a spell for that.
Can Owl help
Warforged
out?
are not an unusual sight in their sort of there's all sorts of Warforged left over from Tirdanog War that sort of like have found homes doing other things other than being war machines. So you're not super common, but you're not so uncommon as to be basically like stand out completely. Let's put it that way.
Oh, okay, good. So I can
this
just
would
go.
Be like maybe like 1,000, basically, or more. So.
Okay, maybe she should healer. I mean, maybe she should buy a fancy dress or something.
Well, that depends on how you want to approach getting into the soiree, if that's your.
Well, she has learned etiquette.
Okay. So is everybody intent on sneaking into the soiree as actual guests at this point?
Yeah.
I really don't know how I would make it as a giant man-wolf thing, but I'm open to ideas.
Well, you still have the improved mask disguise from Gwendolyn, I believe, so they will disguise you perfectly as whoever you want to be disguised.
Could I disguise myself as a giant god dog? Or as, like, a giant god dog?
It's a mastiff, yes, sure, why not? Lady Emma could also polymorph you into an actual giant dog.
Yeah, but then my intelligence hits rock bottom, and I'm already scraping the bottom of the barrel for that.
Okay.
I call Owl trying to get the gossip with all the fancy people now that she has this whole crown thing going on and her charisma's really high and she's like fine as fuck apparently.
Yes. I need you. I need your group to come up with a plan for arranging your own invites at this point. So Krishana got an invite at this point, but how are the rest of you basically going to wheedle your invites and get yourselves in? You could basically find some other noble family in town basically that could and take their invites. Got a couple favors from like the Conuses and I think then other merchant house somewhere in town. So people, various noble houses do owe you favors.
Would Neville recognize me?
Neville might, because you're one of the Crown Guard. So I wouldn't walk in there. Let's put it this way. I would not walk in there as an elf. Let's put it that way.
Owl's dressing herself up with all kinds of makeup. Now, how well do you think she could lie through her teeth and like kind of use her dad's connections to get into the party? Like
you
they
talk
are
to your dad about it. You can arrange it.
Fuck.
Like many
Yeah,
things,
that kind of involves talking to your
like
dad.
many things, your dad's love is conditional and transactional.
Very. And she still doesn't have the jewelry. On the other hand, she could remind him that he's the one who gave one of the fire wielders drugs and ruined the whole thing.
Her dad can go because the owl ninjas and the Parliament of Owls basically are buddy, right? So he can arrange for that he can arrange for invites for your whole team to happen. However, Owl owes him something for that.
Fuck, because I don't know if he's just gonna be mad and say no. But also, is it bad if he says no? I don't know.
The other thing is your father seems all sorts of reconciliatory and basically wants to improve his relationship with you. But that's not to say basically he's still not going to ask for favor rendered later on. So.
Yeah, no, okay, I can handle that.
That wasn't an option.
I was just kidding. Yeah, so Owl's just gonna hold in the back pocket if he gets really confrontational about it, the fact that he's the one who procured drugs for one of her friends. She's gonna go to her dad about it.
Well, it's mainly Krishana's fault that she set the room of requirement on fire to try to get rid of the snakes.
Okay, we're talking in reality. I'm talking about how Owl's gonna spin it.
Okay, fair enough.
What about what's your name?
So we're gonna all hang our hat on Owl to get invites at this point.
Yeah.
What about
All right, fair enough.
Larry?
All right, so we'll do that. All right, we'll do that next.
What about what was her name? Lady K?
Exactly.
The fairy?
Ooh!
Go and talk to Lady K. It's like I'm not a noble. It would cost you. It cost me dearly in favors in order to get you invited. How much is it worth? That's her answer.
I mean, it's worth quite a lot.
is it worth 5K, 5,000 pounds a lot? Because that's about what I think it would cost.
Would the battle mistress help us out or not?
No,
No.
not at all. She doesn't go to these things at all.
She thinks they're frivolous and unholy.
She's probably even more anti-social than Owl was. Keyword was.
She's a career soldier, and that's pretty much it.
Like me.
All right, let's do the thing with the owl ninjas. So Owl arrives in Little Tokyo. You are led into the Zen garden. This steady thok of the bamboo water fountain as it fills and unfills, clacking against the basin. Your father is again sitting in the center of the Zen garden on raised wooden pedestal. You uncomfortably sit, kneel down on a deck that's basically about a foot lower than the deck he's on, so you're still looking up at him.
She gets it. She's just looking up, oh, well, here we are again.
Daughter, you look much better than the last time
My friend taught me about eyeliner. It's great. You should try it sometime. I think it would look great on you, Dad.
You to a degree, you know your father is also like a master of disguise, so he's probably worn eyeliner before. It's yeah.
I never get
Your
to
sense
see
of
one.
humor never, your wit never grows dull. So, I sense that you have a favor to.
Don't I
You
always?
did not succeed in your last mission, I must remind you. So.
Well, who's supposed
any-
to provide the drugs to our pyromaniac?
Miss Krishana did that all on her own. Like, we did not seek her out.
Excuse me, she was high as a kite. What are you talking about?
As I understand it, your Miss Krishana is always high as a
Yeah! Maybe he stopped selling her some of that stuff, you know? But either way, it's besides the point. Besides the point. I need to ask for an invitation into the ball coming up.
Which ball would that be? There are dozens of them coming Yule season.
Really? Huh. People in this... Yeah. Well, that's interesting.
Neville.
I don't ever understand the British. Anyway, basically, Neville's
I do either, daughter.
Yeah, right. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Why can't they have just a nice public festival where everybody can join?
Right? And everyone gets to wear comfy clothes instead of all these, like, uptight things?
I mean, that's how we did it in Trinidad.
Boo!
Well, Al isn't from Trinidad either, so she's like...
No.
There is a time for ceremony, and there's a time for festivities. But you digress again. What favor do you want to ask?
I need to ask for how many are in our party? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
7?
6, 7. Yeah, I need 7 invitations to the party. Oh wait, no, Krishana has it.
Okay,
Right?
so I'll fill in the part that you dropped, which is to Neville Ness' party.
I'm so sorry. I was getting to that. I promise. I'm
Okay.
impatient.
So
like,
the Nesmith affair, you do realize both does not like foreigners or the Fae or Celestials or anybody that isn't human. So I don't think that covers anybody in your group.
Well, we have hands. A lot of us have disguises, and I've been finding that a lot of like, humans and such get very much by me. Apparently.
If I give you some advice not to burn down the Nesmith mansion, are you actually going to follow it?
Sorry, the bluntness. I love that. It's just, I will try my damnedest.
I will hold you to it this time. If you cause my organization trouble again, you were supposed to. That was supposed to be a simple snatch and grab of simple breaking and entering and grabbing of a valuable object and leaving, but you set fire to the adventure.
Look,
If
there
something similar happens at Nesmith, essentially, I will not be able to grant you any further favor other than the protection of you, my daughter. I will always come to your aid, but your friends will be out on their own.
And I'll just like, I feel like I should be more hurt at that phrase, but I'm not. And then she just holds her hand up for a hand, or like holds her hand up for a deal.
He sort of gives you the dismissive "you may go now" basically wave. It's like,
well, fine. No, she's not. No, absolutely not.
You have your gloves back on your hands. Normally, because you're an armored character, you normally wear gloves, but just that one time, you like had to put the stone straight to your flesh. It's like, okay, all right.
One is a little bit more covered than the other.
I will deliver invites to your abode.
Thank you.
I'm sure the details will be on the.
Wait, sorry, what?
I'm sure the details of expected dress, the arrival times will be on the.
Yeah, absolutely. And I promise I don't dress like a Slav anymore.
Well, I'm assuming you're going to disguise yourself. As I said, no one that is not human will be welcome at Nest for this party. So you all better appear to be human.
Oh no, I promise you will. Absolutely. Now everyone's got like their own little disguises, and I look human enough. I can just wear, It'll be fine.
He basically draws his index finger across his, indicating where you have, rather than freckles, you have glitter, basically like permanent implanted.
Look, that can be toned down.
I think not. Especially since you've taken some pride in your appearance, which I do approve of. Like, I've always asked that you basically take better care of yourself. But even now that your charms are more evident, as a young lady, I don't think the fact that you're be able to easily.
I'll figure it out. I promise. I got you. I understand.
All right.
Well, thank you.
Take escort my daughter to back to her home. One of his like Goonie henchmen is like,
wait, could you just like, oh hey, uncle.
He grunts at you.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
He sort of walks you all the way home, the whole way. Like, Al is of course like skipping around, wandering from food stand to food stand, and talking to urchins. And Hachi is beginning to get upset. It's just like, can we go now?
She said, but look at the parsnips.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to get some parsnips. I need to go to the greengrocer. So you turn back.
I grabbed stuff for soup.
By the time you arrive at your house, Hachi is like literally steaming around the collars. He's like bright red. Going to get you. It's like as he turns on his heel and leaves as soon as he dumps you off at your floor.
And she just waves, bye Hachi! Bye Uncle Hachi! I feel like that guy tolerates me real good. And just walks back in. And then
Arthur the house fairy greets you. It's like, oh, you got some more parsnips. I was just ran out.
Yeah, here you go, bud. And just passes them over. It's like, I was thinking about making a soup. How do you feel about a soup?
Soup's great.
I made soup!
Why are you buying clothes at the soap store?
Okay, so
Al's kind of like very subtly.
It's we advanced up over to the weekend at this point. It's the beginning of Advent. the orphans in your neighborhood seem to be really happy at this point. A large amount of donations have come into the orphanage. There's all these sort of the 24-day advent calendars that all the kids have them, and other candies. Most of them already ripped halfway through, all the way till day 12, even day 1. Now, children. Supposed to open up one day of the calendar to basically give thanks to the Lord for our blessing.
I will just look.
But I want to be blessed. I want to be blessed right now, Sister Wendy.
I was gonna interject, like, that's not fair. You're holding candy in front of them and expect them not to eat it. That's not fair. And she seems like personally offended, but for no reason whatsoever.
All right, it's the weekend at this point. You all dressed to the nines, jump in a carriage. Everybody spend 5 gold for a trip up to the north at this point. The Nesmith Mansion is this like gothic affair with 10-foot walls with like sort of like nasty iron spikes all the way around. The estate itself is huge, with easily like maybe about half-acre lot leading up in greenery and carved bushes and flowers and fountains, leading straight up to the mansion itself, which, for all intents and purposes, does not look like in the current style, which would be like a French country mansion. Instead, basically, it looks like an old Scottish keep that has been pulled up brick by brick, stone by stone, and reassembled here inside of London. There's this sort of large crenellated tower in the center, and there are barricades and crenellations. It looks like a small country keep that has basically just been uprooted and planted here in the middle of a proper English garden. There's numerous coaches that have already pulled up. Since you just paid for passage, your coach drops you off, and takes off basically back out the front. All right, so does everybody want to come up with their cover at this point, or are we just gonna make that up as we go along?
I am Owl's...
Which lord or lady are you, effectively? Saying that, so for you to just make up as you whatever you like. Certainly the invitations actually had to have names, but I'm just saying, who are you pretending to be?
I shall be Lady
Or you
Grey.
just want to make that up as you go along, which is fine.
I think we should go around.
Lady Emma is going to be just a servant.
Okay.
Mack is disguised as Owl's extremely, extremely well-trained guard dog.
Okay.
Lady Emma is gonna use a spell to change her appearance for this, though.
So you're going to use the 2nd level disguise self then?
Yeah.
All right, so cross off a 2nd level spell.
I don't know what to do because I don't think I have anything specific for disguises. Can Owl put on like a lot of how like Victorian makeup had like the white
Well, I'm saying you could just use the mask disguise, which is unbreakable disguise. So it has one use for 24 hours. So
do I have one of those?
You got a whole. I think everybody in the party got one of these masks as a reward from Glenda, I believe. The Fey Ball. Oh, you got it at the Fey. Okay, so you've got everybody got one of these at the Fey Ball that you got out of.
Gotcha.
This is almost closer to transmutation than an illusion.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think that was the one I was absent for, so I missed that.
Well, have to be something that other people can do. Let's put it. Other people do that. So.
Dang! I want. Tree, you're killing me. You're killing me. Okay. True. I could have Neville in a Speedo in another day.
Oh my god, no. Please, Freya, no. Freya, save me.
I won't sing this song. It's only in the chat if you ever want to see it. Okay. Yeah, so Owl's just gonna dress herself up as a pretty, like, basic lady. Probably to, like, you know, add to the extra flair, make herself obviously look Japanese because it's close to her close to her look anyway, and then also makes her like someone intriguing to talk to, so people might be. I thought it was like just humans in general.
Because of the relationship between the Parliament of Owls and the Owl Ninjas, essentially, you could probably literally claim to be part of the Owl Ninjas. Simply.
Oh, you mean Marquis de Sandwich. He won't be the Earl until his father dies, but he is a Marquis. Oh, I like this. I like this. The sound of Viscount. But that's up to you. Like I said, I am Lady Jane Grey of the Shropshire Greys. I'm sure you've heard of us. And
of course, I'm charmed. Sure. All right, so various people, as you walk up, you're the one of the butlers is reading through your invitations at the moment, and then it's like, all right, everything appears to be in order. Please enjoy the festivities, and he talks to you by name, Lady Grey, Lady Krishana, let's say Lady Himiko.
Okay. Yeah. I was actually gonna say Ophelia, but yeah, but that's like Owl's real name is Ophelia. But yeah, I like Himiko.
Would your father also be?
Sorry, huh?
The butler is asking, Mater asking, like, Lady Himiko, would your father also be in attendance?
Oh, he's a bit busy, but he sends his regards, and then she like looks to her dog. Can you give him the little paper with his regards?
Yeah. Your pet may remain. However, I asked to keep it on.
Keep it on a leash. Sorry.
Mack. He's asking you to keep Mack on a leash.
Yeah.
Your dog right now.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Sorry, it cut out. So I was.
Okay, Zumlar. Who are you? Who are you pretending to be?
Because Zumlar is definitely.
That being said, even with the massive disguise, you basically do need to stow your armor away somewhere, essentially, unless you want, like, looking like a football player walking around here. Because most of these people are, noble elite, and they do not look like fighters. They look like slim, well-to-do individuals.
But I could be a noble, tough. Come on.
No,
now.
I'm saying, it's like, unless you. Because your disguise will have to cover over your armor somehow.
And y'all say I need to breathe.
You use Hat of Disguise, or basically disguise self spell, essentially over armor. The chances of it getting penetrated are basically much, much higher at that, because you might brush against something with your plate mail, and the jig will be up at that point. Or someone might bump into you and realize you're wearing plate mail.
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to control myself to saying that's what she said.
Get out. Get out.
All right.
No more, no more, no more, no more.
My brain went to Tom.
Oh, sorry.
I'm back.
Okay, and Viscount Appetizer. Yes.
Oh,
Will your uncle, the Earl of Sandwich, be joining us?
little sandwich.
Wonderful. Please enjoy yourselves. The hors d'oeuvres are being served in the dining room to the right. Dance hall is in the center, and off to the left are private rooms for private meeting. Should you need some time to yourself or with private. He bows deeply and waves you in. The owl unconsciously activates the crown of beguilement, basically in a large entourage of men who just all crowd around Owl and ferry her away, trying to vie for her attention. Oh, but I couldn't possibly.
Mack follows suit because Mack is a dog chasing after the one he's supposed to protect.
Just like making like a loop to give her breathing space, because oh my god, she would panic a little bit.
Thank you. One off.
All right, and then tucked into so Owl only received this message beforehand, just a few hours before the party starts. If you are able to get into Neville Colonel Nesmith's private office, another safe that I would very dearly love to have the content. If you can make this happen, essentially, we will call your favor to me. Otherwise, I will call in my favor at my earliest convenience after this party is.
Cool. Hate that. Cool. Great. Yeah.
Whether or not Al shares this with the team or not, that's a good question. So.
I don't think she's gonna quite share because she thinks she can take care of it because all these men around her. She's wondering if they can help her a little bit.
Well, they are under your thrall. You've got at least like 6 of them directly under your thrall. They will do anything you say. Gosh, you're pretty.
All right. Sorry. Yeah.
Krishana has her own entourage at this point. Krishana is going, this is the life. This is, in fact, the life that I should be living. So I don't know why I keep on hanging out with these guys basically in sewers, but... Okay, Lady Emma, let's see here. What other stuff? Nathan Nesmith, who you thought was a particularly good guy, and you may want to talk to him. So that's Neville Nesmith's son. All of you also see Neville Nesmith's 2 nieces, 2 redheaded twins in blue dresses.
Oh God, not again!
They are. They seem to be behaving themselves. There's a particularly Frau Bruckler looking nanny standing over their left shoulders.
Cool.
with her hands basically clawed over each of their shoulders to keep them from running off anywhere. Is Dirk pretending to be a child? Okay, so you're like human size, opposed to halfling size. All right, great. All right, Frau Blucher simply looks sternly. Young man, I would not recommend taking either of the twins out on the floor. Like, to keep them in my sight at all times. They don't. So you could leave me to this task. Appreciate it. You try to convince her, otherwise that perhaps she'd have your time if you let one of the twins into your care. Persuasion. Okay, feel better, Zumlar. Okay, she goes, well, it has been a trying evening. She whispers into one of the twins' ears, and you hear in a harsh tone, you better behave. It's like any trouble at all, basically, your uncle to lock you in your room.
Oh, no.
The both twins smile up at Flowerbroker, and one of them steps forward and says, I'm Mary, I'm Sarah, or I'm Sarah, and I'm Mary. If you can, we'll let you in on a secret, figure out which of us is which by the end of as Mary or Sarah basically steps up, takes your hand to the ballroom. All right. Okay, performance check.
Tree, you should play a halfling permanently.
Oh.
No, I say that, Faith. I say this from experience.
Okay, it's either Sarah or Mary that basically directly trips you into the punch stand. You go crashing into the punch bowl. It's like she looks. Sarah or Mary looks appropriately shocked as people crowd around you to help you back up. You see Mary basically waving toodaloo to you and disappearing off in the crowd.
Oh.
I am. And I do have prestidigitation. Sure.
Like a small army of servants clean up the mess and make it appear as it is gone as if by magic within seconds. A new punch bowl is brought out, and the whole table is set. The Dirk is basically slightly worried that Mary or Sarah is off on her own at this point, up to mission. Okay, and then
I'm gonna try a perception check.
all right, perception check. Go ahead.
Darn it.
Krishana! Krishana is just chaotic.
These fake guys.
Krishana responds with my own special blend. That is your response.
Absolutely. I would.
Iconic.
Owl's gonna grab some of the meat before it gets infected with anything as well, in case it's touching the meat. to give to Mack since he's like clearly drooling. But
All
he's
right,
not.
Jane Grey
Lady
at this point
still
is looking
like,
around
wandering around
for
listening to certain like conversations, and is
one
just like,
half
oh
of the
my god.
Jane Grey is looking around high and low up in the upper balcony and on the dance floor and to the refreshments room to look for one half of the devil twins, like, and not finding her. It's like, man, kid is good at hiding. That, or it could be the fact there's literally like 200 people in here now, and it's really hard to spot a girl that stands below waist height.
And she has fake eyes to make her look human. That's not helping either.
Exactly. All right.
Really?
Things that do stand out in the room. There's a large painting covered over by a like silk veil. Perhaps a portrait of Ness's family to be revealed. Let's see here. There's a giant cornucopia that it's worth noting the refreshment room only has appetizers. It does not have like a meal put out. Perhaps they're going to have a little bit of a magic show and have the feast suddenly brought out magically from the cornucopia. So that's sort of sitting next to the painting. On the upper floors, you can see a lot of. On the dance floor itself, nobody's wearing masks, but at the upper levels, all the women are basically hiding their face, using a fan, using secret language of fans that some of you know if you're actually noble, as they are shooting messages back and forth to each other. On the upper level, and then the men are likewise either wearing have fans of their own. So it's hard to make out people's faces on the upper balcony down, I guess. Let's see here. What a sort of stately walls, then a more contemporary piece, basically that's a little bit faster. Then some sort of formal dance that none of you are familiar with, nobles. All right, I need all the people who actually have a noble background to show their worth on the dance floor at the performance.
Does Owl?
Actually, do you have a noble background, Al?
Huh?
Do you have a background of nobility?
Only her dad would be. Her mother was like a musician.
Okay, I'm saying Al personally. What is your background?
What background did you take?
Fuck. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I guess just lady. So I guess not nobility.
You have a noble background.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
All right, you know the formality.
All right, and so it's performance?
All right, so as a formality, most people will expect you to basically fill their dance. You'd fill your dance card, chit chat on the side, go for some more dancing, and so on. Sort of like expected behavior here. So all those who
Wait, but if Lady Emma is disguised as a servant, does she need to do that?
I'm saying if you actually want to talk to any of the nobles, you're gonna have to do that. If you want to talk to the servants, then no.
Okay.
Because otherwise they're gonna treat you like the staff. They're gonna ignore you.
Maybe the staff has more insight.
True. So who's to tell, basically, whether or not the staff has better insight than nobles. All right. So Lady Emma's taking. Once she enters in, basically, as Lady Jane Grey, she immediately goes to one of the private rooms and switches over in maid's uniform. And
Lady Jane Grey
Lady Jane Grey
is healer.
Is healer.
Healer. Okay, I'm sorry. Lady Emma is.
I'm just a servant.
You're just a servant. Okay, got it. I got you confused for. Okay, so all right. So let's just run from the top to the bottom. What your particular actions? Lady Jane Grey, who are you talking? What are you trying to find out?
I'm just doing a general perception check. No longer looking for a little girl. I am now pretending to admire any objet d'art in the room, and with my fan, I am indicating that I would love to speak to one who is well versed in art and its appreciation to speak to.
All right, so I need a performance check, DC 10.
Performance. Oh, goody.
You're a little rusty. It's been a while since you've done this, easily 10 years since basically you've been in court. But it comes back. Eventually, an older gentleman with a walrus mustachio see you admiring this piece of work. It's from the colony. The fine painter, if I may say so.
Is it now? What clever little hands those colonists have.
Yes, well, and strong backs to make great fortunes upon. So, my family happens to run a plantation colonies. What they say. At this period of time, they still refer to the United States, even though they've won their independence as the colonies.
Ah, yes. Sugar, tobacco, or cotton.
Cotton farmer. So, what? Yes, but supposedly the artist is native, an Indian.
Really?
Yes, really.
I am intrigued. Tell me more.
Well, there's been I don't know how much longer. Essentially, I'll be able to keep my holdings within the states, within the colonies at this point, because there's all sorts of talk of undoing the institution of slavery. Barbaric practice. We don't practice, of course, we emancipated all our slaves here in England a long time ago, but basically still widely accepted practice in the colony. But it is I must say, it is a necessity. The efficient running of a plantation.
Intriguing.
But tell me, what interests you about this? It's a picture of a sort of native woman, sort of garb, beads, and a leather jacket, pants, sort of working on tanning hide. What interests you in this particular piece? Certainly broad, bold brushwork, fine detail, fine eye for.
Yes.
What interests you in this particular work in comparison to our European contemporaries like Godot or perhaps Van Gogh?
Well, I am always amazed at what one can achieve without fine materials. So the fact that this is a native rendition of indigenous people is intriguing. Something about her face speaks to me, and I always respect artisans.
Yes. Well, this image speaks to me specifically of the noble people that used to live in the colonies. You don't see any of them anymore. Most of them
terrible thing to decide.
But supposedly Nesmith has some ridiculous family portrait painted by the Davenport's personal family.
Yes, I passed it on my way here.
No one knows what it is exactly under here, but it's the image is the painter in red. The red artists are supposedly without peer, completely lifelike in their nature, almost magical, as it were.
It would seem our host has quite the flair for the dramatic.
Yes.
I do hope you won't be.
Strange rumors about the in red that he and Davenport have known each other for 100 years. He doesn't look like a day over 40, however. The Davenport artist in residence supposedly going to be here this evening to unveil the painting.
Yes.
So at this point you figured out it's Benedict Davenport person.
Right.
And to a degree, you figure this must make some amount of sense. Vampires can't see themselves in the mirror, so maybe they like portraits of themselves.
It's entirely possible, but she says in character, as I'm sure you're aware, highly successful men are often victims of the vicious rumors of the jealous and untalented.
That is true. Like, though I must say, nothing but good things are said about Neville Nesmith in these halls. And the Adventurers Club. So, are you a member?
I have applied for membership, yes. I'm waiting to hear back. One must be cautious on which groups one associates with. A lady is nothing without her reputation.
Of course. We retired to the refreshments room. Like, I'm parched, and I'm sure you could use.
How very kind of you to offer. And she takes his arm like a lady.
Okay, so you head off to the refreshments room, and then we'll pick up the next person. Krishana, what are you doing? So you picked up like Al, you have picked up an entourage of well-wishers, as it were.
Krishana hasn't been given much guidance, so she's just kind of, I got a 28 performance. She's mingling. She's trying to, find out about the Adventures Club and, flirting with the guys. She's trying to get someone to give her a map of Cognaza. And also she wants to dump 4...
you eventually find one of your would-be beaux actually, it's like, oh yeah, I've seen the map to Carcosia. It's fair Carcosia. It's like, it is far, far away, supposedly in Antarctica, deep under the ice. How exactly one of these intrepid explorers of the Adventurers Guild actually found it? He supposedly, in about a month's time, he's going to give full details on his expedition, on how he got there and where exactly it is. If you're interested, essentially, I can invite you along as a guest.
She would definitely be interested, and also she wants to dump 4 doses of drugs that I got a while back into the punch bowl.
Okay. So I'm going to assume you're basically going to put something in makes it people more loose with their speech and more likely to loosen up their inhibition, tell you things that they normally wouldn't. All right, roll me a medicine check to basically apply the right dosage.
That is
no problem. It's like you've got the dosage very dialed in. People are not going to pass out. Okay, Lady Emma, what are you up to?
All right, so Lady Emma has spent a lot of time in the court, and she knows that the best gossip always comes from the servants. So she's wandering around, sort of eavesdropping on the nobles' conversations as she's serving appetizers or whatever, and she's also chatting with the servants to see what they know.
So you're basically head directly to the break room. The head maid is having none of it as far as basically people that she hasn't seen working, so she immediately turns you around, hands you a tray of appetizers, drinks, another one of drinks, and heads you back out. You sort of give her a dirty look, and she gives you a dirty look back, and you, lady, young miss, you're going to get out there immediately and earn your pay. So you end up trolling around the main room for about an hour, not finding out anything useful because everybody clams up as soon as the servants arrive. And then you eventually can take a 10-minute break. It's like, the head maid is a slave driver, isn't she? As you're just sort of talking to a young butler and a maid as you're all taking a smoke out the back.
She seems to be the worst.
I heard that. I bet she's part witch. It's like, don't say that. As the young man, don't say that stuff. Basically, around Nesmith, that's a firing offense. Nothing can be associated with supernatural to the Nesmith house. Otherwise, Nesmiths get very upset. Can that? Hey, haven't seen you around. You hired on for just the soiree? As they're talking to Lady.
You know, I'm around here and there.
Yeah. Same here. It's like this is a good season to get hired on as temporary help.
Don't you kind of hate how these nobles just act so high and mighty?
Yeah, we're all Southies here, so. But pays well. And it's steady work through the holidays, enough to pay for, enough to buy gifts for the family, isn't it?
Unionize, Lady Emma, unionize!
Lady Emma's gonna sort of look at him and be like, well, I've never worked one of the Neville what's-his-name events. Do you know anything about him?
Other than he's a hard ass, and so are all his head servants. But yeah, there's this high muckety muck guest. It's supposedly the painter in red from the Davenport estate. Davenports are really well regarded around here. Strangely enough, they're not going to be holding a soiree this year for some reason. Don't know exactly why. It's usually the highlight of the season. The biggest, the brightest. The biggest, the brightest, the most awesome. Unfortunately, for some reason, perhaps they've fallen on financially hard times or something. They'll not be holding the ball this year. But supposedly Neville is either going to announce his son is disowned or is the next heir. 50-50 bet either way. Oh yeah, so yeah, that paint and red guy, he's weird. Bathes in wine or some other red liquid every evening. Like mixes his own blood into his paints. Just plain weird, psycho.
He's an impressionist.
Oh, you know the wealthy. They do what wealthy people do. He bathes in wine.
Yeah, big buckets of it. It's all poured out before any of us get up there, but yeah, we have to rub it off the tub. Back to pristine white again after he's done.
Horrible. Absolutely atrocious.
Yeah. Fortunately, not in charge of pouring that stuff out. They pour it out back in the sewer grate back over there as he sort of points over to the sewer grate, like not far away.
Is there anything else that you've heard?
Well, other than that, there's supposedly a wizard from St. Regis gonna like conjure up a feast for us this very evening. It's gonna pour out of that cornucopia like magic. That'll be a sight to see. Get to see high magic. Us commoners don't get to see high magic all that often, so that'll be neat.
Well, it was lovely talking with you.
Talking with you.
And Lady Emma's going to go back to sort of paroling.
As you head back and serve more, you're noticing like some of the guests are like sitting down in a lot of the chairs all the way around the place at this point, fanning themselves as they all look a little beet red at the moment. I don't think anybody would drink that much that quickly. Which is, of course, Krishana's drugs beginning to take their effect. Al, what are you up to?
So she's going to gently, like, kind of tap Mack with her foot as, like, a signal for, like, a little plan. And she's like, well, it's time. And then, like, still trying to charm, like, the 6 men around her.
No, I'm saying that you have literally magically charmed the 6 men around you, crown of beguiling. They are under your control. So.
Dang, okay. Okay, so I don't even have to So she's gonna look
No
to Mack.
rules necessary. They are basically your thralls.
Damn. Okay, I feel too
Mortal
powerful.
men are easy.
Oh, just like what is like Earth Girls Are Easy? Isn't that a movie? My sister loves that movie.
Yes, yes, it is. It
Yeah.
was made in the late 80s.
Yeah, my sister loves that movie. Anyway, so first, Owl's going to like kind of like look to Mack and see if he can sniff out the safe that her father was talking about.
Do I detect any like significant foot
Well,
traffic?
you know the note your father left says Neville's office, second floor, basically dead center of the map. So you just need to make your way up there. But that's the area where everybody's sort of massed and moving about secretly, having secret conversations. So long as you cover your face with your fan, you figure you're gonna be okay.
Yeah. So yeah, but she's gonna have like kind of Mack with her in case like she kind of needs like backup with all this secretive. And she's kind of dragging.
Do you bring your entourage or do you separate?
No, she's bringing the entourage because one of them's got to be a good lock picker. She's not sure which one, but it'd be great to have multiple people try to demonstrate for her affections.
Okay, so you head upstairs with your 6 groupies. They in a sort of tight cadre around you, making brilliant conversations and making some tittering laughter every so often. Like various men and women are all staring at your group because it's like it's a little ostentation to come up here with like 6 people trying to court you at the same time. It's usually pick one. Do you pare it down to 1 or do you just keep all 6?
If potentially interfere, what's the potential of them interfering? If I bring all 6.
Because this is polite society, there's 0 chance that they're going to come up and call you on it. They're just going to look at you strangely.
Oh, yeah, no, the Owl's used to that. That's fine. She might actually have the ones that are not inclined to be as smart or able to pick a lock. She might send that as like a guarding the door sort of thing. She's like, you boys wait right here sort of thing.
Okay, so all right, you tell them to basically have an extremely loud conversation just this other side of the balcony as you head towards the center of the 2nd floor.
Yeah, and she's like walking like, I promise I'm still listening, you'll just need to speak up.
So it's sort of like T-shaped up here, and then at the end of the far end of the T is Neville's office. There's several other like ornate double doors leading off to the right and left, but you're pointedly ignoring all of those. There doesn't appear to be any guards, which you find interesting, but the doors at the end of the hallway are you sort of jiggle them and they're locked. It's like, my sun and my moon, can I do anything for you?
Shit. Can she have one of the men kind of try to, because it sounds like Neville's in there. Can she have one of the...
saying you just jiggle the door just to see if it's open.
And that's what I heard on the other side.
And as far as listening at the, sort of standing at the door and listening, it's like, perception.
Sorry, you cut out.
Oh, standing at the door, make a perception check to listen for movement or something else on the other side.
Yes. All right, perception.
Neville's son is in his mid-20s, human.
Okay.
And yeah, so Neville's son is a handsome devil, essentially. His father is sort of this pot-bellied, walrus, mustachioed individual. Okay, Owl, in typical fashion, does not hear anything.
Mack got a 14. By the way, Mack is very much just Owl's guard dog at the moment.
You're listening, it's like... Mack is listening, it's like... You don't happen to hear anything on the other side, so you're guessing. Empty. You want to have one of your...
Yes.
You sort of talk directly to your various groupies. They're under your charm. Can any of you pick a lock? Well, I did take a corresponding in being a detective. So yes, I do actually know how to pick a lock.
Just like pats his face. Just I love someone intelligent. Go for it.
Of course, miss. It's like he all right, so you have everybody sort of arrange themselves to form a screen so that nobody can see him picking the lock as you pretend to have a conversation with each other. There's a couple click, 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 and then the Mom, I've got it, and he clicks it over, and then he falls over stone dead.
Oh, well. Huh.
You notice basically there's this sort of black like line sort of running from his thumb all the way up his arm, inside his neck, and then all the blood vessels on his right eyeball are all blown out. As he's
Holy
sort of
shit.
lying there lifeless with both of his eyes staring up at.
Oh God. Okay. Jesus. Fuck. Okay. So that looks like a spell.
No, it looks like a poison needle or some sort of poison that blade
Oh.
or something that he tripped. But the dock is open at this point.
Oh, okay. Lovely.
All
Jeez.
right, so how are you hiding a body? How are you...
Well, first we're gonna bring it into the room because it can't be seen out in the open right now.
All right, give me both of you, Mack. I'll give me a perception.
Perception?
Yes. Well, give me a stealth check because you're needing to hide the fact that you're dragging somebody's body into the room that you're not.
Oh, thank you.
Natural 20.
16. Good God.
All right. Al is sort of. Al caresses this guy's face, and basically Mack notices something really disturbing as it looks like the sort of spectral image of this guy's soul being ripped out of his body basically goes into Al's left hand.
Oh.
Al, of course, thinks nothing of it as she sort of brushes the hair out of his eyes. Closes his eyes. It's going, all right, I don't know how I feel about this. Like, Al doesn't feel like the normal guilt about this.
Oh.
Going,
Oh God. Like, it's the mix of the flashbacks.
As the crown is doing its magic, its dark work, you're going, this is not a bad thing. He did his job. He did his.
Oh damn! Holy shit!
As Mack has grabbed him by the collar and is dragging him back in the room as you've opened up the door. You basically tell the rest of these guys, continue to have your conversation and knock on the door if anybody comes. Drag this guy's dead bodies. All your groupies are a little bit worried at this. Roll a d for me.
Roll a d20.
Yes, lower is better.
Lower is better.
This might snap some of them out of their charm. Okay, so no, none of them snap out of their charm. They're all going. You're pretty. Okay, so the. Thanks, Dion.
Oh my God, I have to witness right now. Jesus Christ. Right?
All right, so you have a dead body in here with you in Neville's office. You're trying to figure out where to put this thing. There seems to be a large potted plant. Maybe you could sit him up behind the large potted plant.
I was gonna say, like, she could set him aside for now. He's not bleeding. It's not gonna leave any evidence. Right?
For the dead body.
No, but like, the door's closed. So like, right now she can open the safe first. Or does she not see the safe yet?
As Al has other dark thoughts like, maybe we could dump him out the window.
Oh my God, no.
Is there any like attic we can show him in?
Is there anything what?
Like an attic or like rafters we could hang him from that he wouldn't be obviously found?
Or there are no rafters in here. This is like a normal room, essentially. So.
That went dark.
Okay. Anyways, you have him sprawled out on the floor, middle of the floor, right? There's a large desk with sort of leonine, like feet at all four corners. The resplendent lion, basically crest of the royal house. And then on like emblazoned in gold and silver, up above the mantle, just above the desk, essentially. So there's a big fireplace directly behind the desk. Is a sort of ceremonial cavalry sword and Queen's honors. So a full cloak that's been laid up there. So he's received the royal honors as hero of Britain at some point. He is quite an important person. And there's a small sort of cameo, and on the desk is like an ink pad and a pen and a bit of sand and this giant seal, again with the sort of the lion motif, made of like bronze and gold, and a couple sheets of paper, and that's about it.
I kind of want to pull a Heather's and write his own suicide note, but there's also the other point of like, maybe he was sneaking into the office, and like when we leave, we didn't. No, he's been already seen with my character, but my character also doesn't have. She's not going to look like that for long, but she's associated with. No, fuck. There's so many things to contemplate. I might have to Heather's it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, so your main mission in here is to get at the safe, which is supposedly underneath the desk, in the floor.
Yeah, that's the first thing I want to take care of. Since
all right, you're a little worried because unfortunately the first trap on the door was like killed somebody already. So it's like if the you pull up a bit of carpet that's just sort of like, so think of it as a normal like big desk, a slot where you sit in under. You sort of pull up the carpet underneath here, and yes, indeed, there's a safe door here. Once you remove a panel.
Can I like Edgar Allan Poe this body?
And do what with it?
Hide it under the floorboards?
There are no floorboards to hide it under.
What are we
Unless
standing
you're
on?
gonna actually tear up the floor.
Oh, right. It's made of brick, isn't it?
It's marble.
This is like jointed flooring, so it's just like tearing up the floor is gonna leave like real marks. So just think of like modern flooring where everything's jointed together.
I don't fucking have stone shape. I'm a barbarian. So, I have a grisly idea.
Okay.
How big is the potted plant?
Potted plant is you could probably sit him up behind it, and people might notice if they don't look too hard.
No, I meant the pot itself.
The pot itself is not going to fit this high guy's.
I never said anything about the entire body.
Oh my god!
Like I said, grisly idea.
I mean, look, apparently we have some grisly ideas.
Even you two, as the least intelligent, wise people in your group, will realize if you start cutting this guy open, there's going to be blood everywhere. So that's like...
Oh god. Okay. Can I?
All right, let's handle the safe first because
That's what I was going to say.
You're drawing a blank on what to do with the body. So...
No, I'm about to say, can Owl at all utilize the body to protect herself from the safe, like, impact?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Oh my god. Owl.
I'm a little horrified right now. This is
Okay, so you still need to get the safe open somehow.
Meat
it is
shield.
definitely locked shut. It looks like with some effort you could rip it out of its anchoring point, basically the floor, and take the safe hole. Because it's not that big. It's only about like a foot by a foot.
So Mack, in theory, could easily carry this safe out of here. Assuming
in practical terms, do you roll a d20 to see if you guys have the bag of holding with you? You guys did buy a bag of holding.
15.
Oh, wait, I roll a d20? Sorry. Let me roll.
Okay, Tree, do you remember? Does your team actually have a bag of holding at this
Oh
point?
my god.
Yes, we do. We do, and we have the coin purse of holding.
Okay, well, the coin purse of holding is not big enough to hold the
True.
bag of holding. Okay. All right. So so Al, you specifically asked for the Mack. You specifically asked for the bag of holding because you're in on it with Al to go steal stuff out of the
Loot.
Okay, so okay, there's trying to tear the thing right out of its moorings. Doing that stealthily might be a little fun, but let's see.
Fun in air quotes.
Well, we have a big window we can jump out of.
It's either that, or you start searching the office and hope he's one of those idiots that basically keeps his combination written down somewhere.
Which is 1, 2, 4, 5.
I mean, we could probably check first, and then if we don't find it, we can probably just bust it around.
All right, you do the quick search of the desk. Who's searching?
What type of check is this?
This is investigation or perception, whichever's better for you. No, it's not smell based.
I have a 0 in investigation and a -1 in perception.
Okay.
I got an 18 flat perception check, 13 plus 5.
All right. You eventually look up directly underneath the desk, and you notice a set of 5 numbers carved into the bottom of the desk.
I'm thinking, like, because I can talk, I'm just not talking because obviously I'm a dog. Why could I talk? But then, like, since we're alone in the room, I say to Owl, "No way, it's this fucking easy. Look," and I like gesture with my mastiff nose to the set of numbers that I found because I'm on all fours. I'm big, but I don't look big.
So there's a set of 5 numbers. Try them in the order from right to left.
Yeah, Novella or
left to right. Sorry.
Owl is going to use the guy's hand to do that.
No way, it's this fucking easy.
All right.
That's why I'm using him.
You're using him by. All right, you're basically puppeting his body around, basically putting your hand over his.
And Owl's kind of quietly trying to just he's kind of a skeevy rich white guy. It should be fine, right? It's weekend
right,
at Bernie's.
As you weekend at Bernie's, this guy. The last number clicks open. You use his hand to lever open the door and flip open the safe. As you're basically you're looking around and using a fire poker to get as far away from the mouth of the safe as possible. His whole body disintegrates into a pile of dust as this glowing green magic surrounds his body and disintegrates it.
Well, that takes care of that.
Just this fine gray dust all over the floor in the shape of a body right now.
Yeah, you might want to sweep that up.
Yeah, no, I was about to say, Owl's gonna at least respectfully sweep that up and put it in one of Neville's really nice cups.
No, it's a plant!
No, I feel too bad about that. It's like an urn,
Why don't you just throw it in the fireplace where there's already ashes?
The fireplace brush and the little dustbin and basically carefully brush all his ashes together. It was about ash gray, the same as the wood in the fireplace. You tossed it in there.
Cremation. I don't know if your god believes in that, but I hope he does. It just awkwardly looks at the fire. She's very conflicted on why she doesn't feel worse about this right now.
All right, and then we're gonna jump to Dirk. Dirk, as you manage to track down Krishana and get her to prestidigitate all the the punch out of your clothing. At this point, you've got a couple moments free at this point when a 40-year-old gentleman dressed in vivid crimson red, basically a suit from head to toe, his sort of brownish hair. It's his eyes are really quite intense. They seem to be completely jet black and bore into you. His hair is slicked back and well coiffed and oiled. He has sort of a faint wisp of a mustache and a goatee. It's like, boy, do you like art? I think you should come with me. This is obviously the Crimson, the painter in red. You have fine bones. I think perhaps you could be a model. As he sort of spins you around, basically, like pats you along the shoulders and sides as if sizing you up for something.
Tell me you won't pose nude.
There is no time like the present. I think I should sketch you right now. You have that certain je ne sais quoi about you. Is that undefinable spirit you must capture right now. Perhaps you have heard of me. I'm Armand, the Duke Davenport's personal painter. Okay. Yes, roll insight. 10 or better.
Can Lady Emma warn Dirk about what she heard as a servant?
23 insight. This guy, creepy as fuck, and you don't want anything to do with it.
Oh.
May I get your name, young? Wonderful. It's like I will send proper greetings to your house. Perhaps you can sit for me sometime. All right. He quickly turns around on almost clicks his heels together and walks away jauntily as if found the most wonderful new snack. You're going, okay, you see him approach various other young men, likewise, sort of like, very rudely, just sort of like feel them up and as if basically poking a side of meat and like, and offering them a sort of similar option. Eventually, he finds one that takes his offer. You see him go upstairs, not stopping at the second balcony, but taking the second flight of stairs all the way up to the third, with his new object of affection in tow.
Lady Emma is just gonna like offer Dirk some appetizers and be like, he's creepy, and walk away.
Okay, all right, you fish about this period of time. Ow, I guess back to his hands. Ow fishes out what appears to be a thick journal of some sort and another one of these weird looking wands, like one Lady Emma has, that has all sorts of alchemical symbols up and down its length, and rather than a gem or a crystal at its tip of this wand is key, the four-flanged key.
Huh. Owl's going to avoid touching any part that's not the stick, and really and she's using her right hand. She doesn't trust her left hand, just because fancy tattoo from like a wizard place and a magic stick seems like a bad idea.
Okay.
Or would she make that perception, or would she be dumb? Anyway, no, I think it's better. I think it would be less chaotic.
As you fish out both of those items, carefully wrap them in oilcloth and like stick them under your dress.
Exactly.
So you have one of these big like voluminous dresses that are all the rage this season. So it's like you could you could basically hide a whole platoon of clowns underneath there. Nobody knows. So the
So she's gonna come back out and just kind of, because they're still under the thrall because they weren't phased by the dead body, right?
correct. Okay.
Your dead body.
Exactly. So she's just gonna just
Hey,
smooth out her
one of the
dress.
other guys is like, "Hey, brought Henry in there. I think he fainted or something. Is he okay? Is it gonna be all right to leave him in Neville's office?"
Oh, it'll be fine. He was talking about how close he is with Neville.
All right. Well, yes.
Neville will just laugh it off as him being a drunk.
I didn't think he was all that close, but all right.
I'll like straight through her damn teeth. Okay. Yeah, it's like, shall we go back to the party?
Okay. The you head back to the party, and this is where we're gonna end this evening class. The Neville Nesmith himself comes out along with the painter in red, Armand. I'd like to thank you all for attending this soiree and helping us celebrate in the Neville household. I'd like to welcome back my estranged son, Nathan. It's like soon to be heir to the Nesmith fortune. It's like Nathan is sort of like begrudgingly like kicking his feet against the carpet at this point, standing next to his father. But in commemoration of this, I have Armand paint this wonderful portrait, and as the silk cloth is pulled aside, it's sort of a endearing picture of father and son during the hunt. There's a number of turkeys all the way around their horses at this point, and with Nathan basically on the trigger of a crossbow about to shoot a bird. And there's numerous hounds sort of yapping around the edges of the horses. There's riding's heels. And with that, I'd like to welcome you to dine this evening. Basically, we have a special guest from St. Mary's. It's like, may the miracle of the Yule feast be upon us, as a sort of tonsured cleric wearing sort of simple white muslin robe steps up and says the prayer of the hearth, and then basically spilling out of the cornucopia, this woven wicker cornucopia is a feast fit for kings, essentially, of glittering pastries and glazed meats and there's even some serving where the basics all spills out at once as servants come one after the other to pick up various bits of tableware, basically, and bring them over into the fresh. And that's where we're going to leave it for the evening.
Oh. Thank you, Lawrence.
Right,
I'm glad I make it this time.
Hell yeah! Love
That was
you.
fun.
Holy shit.
Yes. Lady Jane just looks at the cornucopia with her new friend and says, how very singular. Definitely a wonderful use of the mythology.
Dirk of the opinion, she's heard about this spell called Heroes. It supposedly costs a small fortune to cast. Does
Yeah, like 1,000 gold or something?
It's like 1,000 gold, yes. But the results are undeniable. So but it just sort of, in Dirk's mind, is sort of an indication of like Nesmith's reach and power, that he can get a high priest to come and basically do party tricks at his party.
Damn. Well, shit. Exactly. Oh,
Burning down the house. No, wait, don't do that.
Please don't. Oh my god. We've already had one. Yes, please.
Okay,
Oh my god.
So I just want to hear the story of this. So what's going on with
Mm. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, no, it was
Free remodel.
like we have places we can be, but it's like, yeah, we're displaced.
That's not fun.
During like senior
That's
year.
intense.
Yeah, I dropped some pictures of like the actual fire going on. Yeah, and I like every like when we were talking about fire last time, it's like I had to move from my room, which is upstairs and like closest to where that building is, like in relation to all of us. And it's like that was like the first place I turned when I ran out of the house. So like just the fire, like I started to like see it outside again, and so I had to go downstairs where like there was less association. It was
Mood.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think the only reason I heard tree was because I usually kind of accidentally wake up at like 2 or 3 in the morning.
That's
Sometimes.
mood. Yeah, car engines are pretty good. Car filters are pretty good at like filtering that sort of stuff out. So good idea.
Yes. No, I was silly and I just immediately ran out. No, like you know, just had my shit. I'm an idiot. So like, and we're pretty sure like this might have been a lady who had something to do with it. We're not